Let's start with this, Mr. Marceau. Before we get into the EO Sky thing, I do want to get this out of the way first. It was kind of lost in all the news this past weekend with the Great Evolution show, the Great All In show. Goldberg is done. He is retired from professional wrestling, or so we think, unless he comes back for another retirement match. His fucking 5th retirement match in 20 years. But he lost to Gunther on Saturday, failing to win the World Heavyweight Championship, with me on my knees praying to the gods, saying, "Thank you, Lord. I don't care what Mr. Marceau wanted. I don't care what Average Grunt wanted. I did not want Goldberg winning that World Heavyweight Championship on Saturday, and he did not." But then he turns around, goes on Ariel Helwani's show on Tuesday, that would be, complaining about how he went out. He said, "I would be lying if I said I wasn't pissed off." Now, he did say later in the interview that he wasn't complaining, which was very funny. He said, "I'm just answering your question. I'm not complaining, but yeah, it pissed me off. It sucked." Not that it sucked. He just said he wasn't happy with the way it went down. So there's a lot to dissect here, and I'll give my thoughts in 2 seconds. I do think it's kind of 50-50. He is complaining, which is comical. He complains a lot. He complained before he got the match. He was complaining when he didn't get the match. He's complaining now that he got the fucking match. I think it is shitty that they cut him off at the end of the show. I absolutely agree with him on that. But he was also talking about how they should have started advertising his match in January. They booked it on a month notice. I mean, what the fuck did he expect? He wasn't out there doing a whole retirement tour like John Cena is. God forbid he wrestles on Raw and falls apart. I mean, I'm not really sure what more he expected. He was the main event of his own show. He would have preferred a PLE, but he wasn't going to main event fucking SummerSlam. He would have been a 5-minute undercard match at SummerSlam. So I'm not really sure what he expected. So what were your thoughts on the match itself with Gunther on Saturday, and then his subsequent comments in the Ariel Helwani show a few days later?
I mean, I thought the match itself was fine for what it was. I mean, I thought he looked better than I thought he was, but I didn't think he looked overly great either. I mean, he lost, which was, I mean, I was more pulling from the wins to see you cry. At the end of the day, I really didn't want him to win. Now that's also that Seth got injured. I'm glad that he didn't win, because then we'd have Goldberg as champion, so that's a positive, I guess. But no, I thought it was fine. Like you said, he main evented his own show, was in his home state and home area. Like, he wasn't gonna win. He had probably the best match he's had in a long time, and we move on. I mean, I don't know what else he expected, but like you said, it's not like he was, I wanted it announced in January. Were you working Raw? Or, like, were you going to be around? Or you just want them announced in January that you're going to wrestle this like, it's just, he needs to just stop complaining and just retire and move on.
Well, like I said, to play devil's advocate, I do agree with him on the fact that they did him dirty by cutting off the speech. I do think the match should have been a lot shorter than it was. It ended up being a decent match. Like you said, I completely agree. I thought he did well. He was in there with a great opponent in Gunther, and they ended up having a pretty decent match, and they almost gave me a heart attack on that near fall with Goldberg winning, getting that spear in. I was thinking, holy shit, are they actually going to do it? And they did not, thankfully. But they did cut him off. They came back from commercial for legit like 28 seconds. And he spoke, and they put up the full thing on social media afterward. But really, if they timed their shit better, it's not an NBC problem. They always end their shows at 10. That's not really a surprise. All the other Saturday night's main events ended at 10 p.m. flat. It's, you got the news on, other shows on. That's how it is. It's fucking NBC. It's not Netflix. It's not a PLE. I understand that. But WWE, I think, could have timed it better and had the match go shorter and then give him more time to talk. So do you agree with them on that anyway?
I guess, but I feel like the length was appropriate enough for like his last match, because then if the match was shorter and it didn't come off as well, then people would complain the match sucked. I think the match was the best it could have been from what shape he's in and kind of working with Gunther. So, I mean, I understand he's upset that his speech got fucking cut down, but I mean, if you shave, who knows how long he was going to talk? You're going to shave 5 minutes off so he could yap around? Like, I mean, I think I would have just kept the match the way it is. Unfortunately, like you said, they did put the whole thing on social. Obviously, it probably would have been better for him if it was on TV. But like you said, if you shave X amount of minutes off the match, would we have been looking at it the same way we are now? It might have felt rushed, or it might have most of it been a commercial, and we'd have been like, what the hell? So yeah, I think it was fine. I think, like you said, like, yes, it's unfortunate, but the match was the best one he's had in so long. He should just be happy with that.
That's what I don't really understand. Like, the speech thing I do get. I understand with him. I can, sympathize with him as far as that is concerned. But then he was also saying, like, I don't care about getting a World Heavyweight title match. I don't really know what he was insinuating he did want, because Ariel asked him, like, how would you have wanted to go out, basically? And he wished he had, like he said, or like I said that he said, that he would have wanted the match announced in like January. Like the fuck? Like they're not going to build to a match 6 months out, especially on a quick Saturday night's main event that's a 10-minute match. It's not that big of a deal. There wasn't anything changing about this fucking feud between Goldberg and Gunther going into this show. I mean, they gave him 14 minutes. If it was a 3-minute match, he probably would be complaining about that too. He did say, oh, you wouldn't do that to John Cena. You wouldn't do that to Undertaker. Yeah, because they're bigger stars than you, pal. I mean, come on. I mean, you're not wrong, but no shit. Goldberg, I mean, come on. You also got send-offs in 2004, 2017 when we were there, that great Goldberg match. He went to the Hall of Fame. He spoke the next night on Raw in 2017. How many matches has he had in the last 6 years, and any one of which could have been his last match? He wrestled last. Like, you're lucky you even got his last match at all. You know what I mean? Like, I know he said his big thing for a while was, Vince McMahon owed me another match. Well, he's gone. The old man is gone. We don't give a fuck about Vince. We don't care about what he owes you. So just shut the fuck up. Again, the speech thing I get. Yeah. Everything else that he was complaining about, I don't understand.
Yeah, no, I mean, like you said, I feel like he was like, I need more, like, the problem is, like, his first thing of coming back is like, I want my kids see me wrestle. Okay, so he did that.
Yeah.
But then he kept dragging it on and on and on. It's like, okay, dude, you're done. Like you said, they don't. Realistically, once Vince left, they didn't owe him anything.
Nothing. No, exactly. They did not owe him a single match, moment, promo, 10 seconds of television time. You are lucky, Bill. Like, again, he preferred this to be on pay-per-view. Well, tough shit. You could have gone to wrestle in Saudi Arabia. You could have. You could have accepted the paycheck, had your last match over there. But no. It's got to be in the States so my fans can see me. Okay. Why? I can't do it at SummerSlam. They're in New Jersey. I got to do it in front of my fans in Atlanta. Okay, fine. Then we'll do a Saturday night's main event for it. We'll do it in Atlanta. We'll build the entire show around you, because if you watch the show in full, they had a lot of clips for him, highlights. They had that awesome posse for him, walk out with him. They had his whole family there. They had his whole posse in the ring with him after his win for the speech that got cut off. They built the entire show around him. But it's not enough. Like, again, I don't get it. And this comes from someone who is a Goldberg fan. I like Goldberg. I've talked to him before. Nice guy. He intimidated the fuck out of me that first time I talked to him. That's a whole other story. But maybe he'll have his last match in TNA now or in AEW. But still, I mean, this guy is just, it's never enough with him. And the best part, like I said, if you go back and watch the entire interview with Ariel, it's just really funny. Ariel goes, I sense some mixed emotions here, Bill. He goes, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that I just didn't really like how it went, and it really pissed me off. It's like, well, that sounds, Bill, like complaining. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't really know what else to call it. Oh, my God.
I mean, I just think at the end of the day, he just has such a massive ego, he wasn't going to be happy with anything.
He wasn't going to be happy with anything unless he, guess what, won on his way out. All these matches that he had his last match in, he lost. Unless it was 2004, he won. That was the only match that he won. 2017, he lost. He lost his last match to Roman. He lost this match. He wasn't happy with anything other than walking away with a W. And yes, David, he probably wanted WrestleMania in Atlanta, him as the main event, 20-minute match, going over and winning the World Championship. That's probably what the fuck he wanted, honestly.